The impact of hot weather on food crops in rural farmlands. In many rural villages across the globe, agriculture remains the backbone of livelihoods and food security. However, the increasing severity of hot weather, exacerbated by climate change, poses a significant threat to farming communities. The phenomenon of food crops wilting under extreme heat has become a pressing concern, particularly in areas dependent on rain-fed agriculture. This video explores the causes, impacts, and possible solutions to the challenge of food crops wilting due to hot weather in village farmlands. Causes of crop wilting in hot weather. Hot weather can cause crops to wilt through several interrelated factors. 1. Heat stress. Prolonged high temperatures disrupt the physiological processes of plants, such as photosynthesis and respiration, causing them to lose water faster than they can absorb it. This imbalance leads to wilting. 2. Soil moisture depletion. Intense heat increases evaporation from the soil, leaving crops with insufficient water to sustain growth. In arid and semi-arid regions, this issue is particularly acute. 3. Drought. Hot weather is often accompanied by reduced or erratic rainfall. Without adequate moisture, plants cannot maintain their structure or grow properly. 4. Pest and disease outbreaks. Warmer temperatures create favorable conditions for pests like aphids and diseases such as fungal infections, further weakening crops. Impact on farmlands and communities. The consequences of crop wilting due to hot weather are far-reaching and devastating, especially for smallholder farmers in rural areas. 1. Decline in yields. Wilting reduces the ability of crops to produce grains, fruits, or other harvestable parts, leading to significant declines in yields. 2. Soil degradation. Prolonged heat and lack of vegetation can lead to soil erosion, nutrient depletion, and desertification, making the land less productive over time. 3. Food insecurity. Lower crop yields directly impact the availability of food, increasing hunger and malnutrition in farming communities. 4. Economic hardship. Many rural farmers depend on surplus crops for income. Reduced yields mean diminished earnings, exacerbating poverty. 5. Rural-urban migration. Persistent crop failures force families to abandon their farms and migrate to cities in search of work, disrupting rural economies and cultures. Possible solutions to combat crop wilting. Addressing the challenge of wilting crops in hot weather requires a multifaceted approach. 1. Water conservation techniques. Farmers can adopt practices such as mulching, drip irrigation, and the construction of water harvesting systems to retain soil moisture and ensure efficient water use. 2. Drought-resistant crops. Introducing heat-tolerant crop varieties, such as sorghum, millet, cassava, and cowpeas, can help farmers sustain yields in hot climates. 3. Agroforestry. Planting trees alongside crops can provide shade, reduce soil temperatures, and prevent wind erosion, creating a more resilient farming environment. 4. Improved farming practices. Techniques such as crop rotation, intercropping, and conservation tillage can enhance soil health and help crops withstand harsh conditions. 5. Community education and support. Training programs on sustainable farming practices and access to agricultural extension services empower farmers with knowledge and resources to adapt to changing weather patterns. 6. Policy and infrastructure support. Governments and NGOs must invest in irrigation infrastructure, climate-resilient seeds, and financial support for farmers to mitigate the impacts of hot weather. Conclusion. The wilting of food crops due to hot weather is a grave challenge that threatens the livelihoods of rural farmers and the food security of entire communities. While the effects of climate change may seem overwhelming, proactive measures can help mitigate its impact. By combining traditional farming knowledge with modern innovations and collaborative efforts, rural villages can adapt to the changing climate, ensuring a sustainable future for their farmlands and families. Empowering communities with the tools and resources they need will not only combat crop wilting, but also build resilience against other climate-related challenges.